So hello everyone, this is Shubham Divakar over here, and today we are going to solve this error manipulation problem from HackerRank. Now as you can see, the difficulty is hard and the maximum score that we can get is 60. So let's get to the question and see what interesting that we can come up from this question. So the question is, starting with a one indexed array of zeros and a list of operations. For each operation, add a value to each of the array element between two given indices inclusive. Okay, once all the operations have been performed, return the maximum value in the array. All right, so for n equal to 10, the list of queries is as follows: a, b and k. Okay, this is it. Okay, between a and b they are first increasing the value. K would be added between a and b. Okay, k is added, and then 7 is added, and then 1 is added. Okay, now let's go to the sample input 5312. Okay, yeah, got it. So before I go and solve this problem and explain what exactly we are doing is, I would suggest you all to learn about prefix sum algorithm, because that is a very important algorithm before to learn before you watch this tutorial, and that algorithm would also be posted in our channel. You can check out that, the link would be in the description. All right, so let's get ahead and see. The thing is, I would be using prefix sum algorithm over here. So if I have to use that algorithm, everything is based upon that. So if I have to use that algorithm, I have to create some conditions, right? So let's get to the situation first. So we have 5 3. Okay, the array size of the array is 5. We have three queries. This is a, b and k. Okay, so 5 3 1 2 0. So let's write down over here. What do we have? So we have an array of size 5. So let's say these are the indices 0 1 2 3 4 5. And because I am taking prefix array and zero based indexing, so I would be taking the size of the array to be n plus 2. So n was up till here, we have added plus 2 size over here, and initially we will put all the elements as 0 0 0, all zeros I will fill it up over here. Okay, and these are the indices, these are the array elements. Now I had 5 3. What did I have? I had 1 200. Okay, so 1 200. Okay, for the first query. Next query is 5 300 and 3 400. So 100 is here also. Okay, 2 5 and 3 4. 2 5 and then 3 and 4. So I'll first use the naive approach, and we will see what we can do and what we are actually doing. So what we have to do over here is that this is a index, this is b index, and this is a value k. So in between a and b, inclusive a and b, the indices from starting from a up till b, we have to add this k element in the array Okay, so up till from 0, I mean from 1 to 2. So this is 1. I'll put this would be 0. So I'll just add the elements. So up and from 1 to 2 up until 2 we have to add 100, added 100 over here, and these all are 0 0 0 0 0 0. First we are discussing the naive approach, and then we are going to see what we can what is the optimization that we are gonna work upon. So then we will do for 2 5 also. So 2 5, we have 100, so it would become 200. Okay, and then up until 5 we have to add 100 100 and then 100, and then same thing for 3 and 4, 3 and 4. So it would be 200 200 100 and the rest zeros. So the final array would be something like this: 0 100 200. This would be 200. I am not adding anyone because these are all the added ones. This would again be 200. This would be 100 0 and 0, and clearly the maximum value is this 200. So this is the final array that we are getting using the naive approach, and the naive approach is for every iteration we are going to take a loop from I equal to a less than equal to b, and we are going to do array I is equal to a of I plus k. Okay, for each and every iteration. So let's say let's calculate the time complexity. So the time complexity would be, let's say we have m number of queries, and let's say for m number of queries, for each query, let's say for the worst scenario we are iterating from 1 up until n. So 1 to n we are iterating, so we are iterating we are iterating n. So the time complexity would be m into n. So in this case the type complexity is nothing but m into n. So clearly this is too much time complexity to handle. So let's try and now uh, optimize this. Let's see where we can optimize and how we can optimize this. Okay, so this will also be removed. So this is the final array that we are looking for: 0, 100, 200, 200, 200, and then this. I'll erase this, and then we will see whether we are able to get this array using another approach. Now in this approach, what I'm going to do is, for every query, I will take this a, and I'll not update the entire element. See, because if I try to update like 1 to 2, so I have to update this value as well as this value as well as this value. Okay, let's say for n we are iterating, so we have to update all the values. Okay, so that would be a very difficult task and we have to reduce the complexity. So what I am thinking is, why don't we try and reduce the complexity by updating only certain values. Okay, so let's say this is the starting element. So what I'm doing is, I am updating the first element. Okay, and instead of updating a of b also, I will ignore all the values in between 1 and whatever element we have in between, and I'll update the next b plus 1 value to be minus of the k value. So b of 2, oh, okay, b is 2, so 2 plus 1 3, so this would be minus 100. See, why I am doing this is that, because see, as I told you all, I would be using prefix sum, okay, to calculate the greatest element. And in order to do that, I have to maintain the array in such a way that, see, if I put a k100 over here, like when I take a prefix array, okay, and let's first assume the case where I am doing the naive approach and finding the largest element. So here also I have 100, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so if I use a prefix sum technique to calculate the largest element, then if I calculate the prefix element, that would be 0, it would be 100, this would be 100, this would be 100 plus 100, 200. And clearly you can see that we do not have 200 here, but we have 100, so that would result to be in a wrong answer. So what I am doing is, let's you know erase this 100 and put a 0 over here. So what the current sum will now tell, like after this 1 to 100, like this first query, we would be having the current sum to be, prefix sum to be 0, 100, 100. Okay, but here also we would be having a 100 because this 3 is 0. So we need to minimize this 100 because here we do not have 100, rather we have 0. So what I'm going to do, I am going to subtract minus 100. So what I basically did is, which will now result to be 0. So basically I subtracted nothing but minus of k, or minus of 100 at b plus 1 at position. So now I can clearly say, like all other elements will be 0 because this is 0, so 0 plus 0 would be 0, and prefix sum calculates, like the algo for prefix sum is a of I is equal to a of I plus this plus the previous element. Okay, so I hope the part is clear, like why I am putting like why I am ignoring the elements in between a and b, like in between 1 and 2. Why, like let's say it was between 2 and 5, so why would I ignore all the elements like 3 and 4 and 3, 4 and 5 in between? Okay, because when we would be calculating a prefix sum, those values will also be added, and we do not want them to add up. Okay, so we have 0 over here, but at and I hope that part is clear. So at b plus 1 I need to put minus 100 because this would reduce the value to be 0 over here, and the current sum value up until here is 0 only. So this is 0, this is 0. Okay, great. So now this is the current array that we are having. Okay, so now in between 2 and 5 we again need to update 100. So in between 2, so this is 0, this is 100 again. So what I'll do is, at 2 I'll put 100. In between 2 and 5 I will ignore all the elements like 3, 4 and 5. So 3 would be minus 100, 4, 5, and I will update b plus 1th element with minus 100, sixth element. Okay, and then the 6. Okay, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7. Okay, great. So we have the current array to be this. Now if I, okay, so here was 100, So these are, okay, so here it won't be 100. Okay, so let's calculate the array again. Let's do the 2 5 query again. I did a mistake over here. So the current array is 0 100. From 2 I'll add 100. Okay, so I guess it was correct, so it would be 100 over here, and then in between 3 I have minus 100. This is 0, this is 0, and then at 6 what I'll do is I'll put a minus 100, and then at 7 I will put a 0. All right, great. So let's calculate all the elements now. Okay, so rather than doing it for all the elements, I'll simply put up only the elements which are being the indices which are being queried, I mean for which I need to update. So 2 to 5, I mean whatever the element I am changing, I will put only those elements. So okay, so this is 5, this is 5, this is 7. Okay, so we have all the elements. Now for 3 4, 3 I have to put 100, and 4 I won't put anything. I'll put up to go to 5, and then I'll put minus 100. So let's say what array we are having as of now. So it's 0. We'll calculate all of these simultaneously. So this is 100, this is 100, this is 0, this is 0 4, 5 is minus 100, 6 is minus 100, and 7 is 0. Now as I told you, I would be using the prefix sum. So prefix sum, I will start from 1, and this would be equal to the sum of this and the previous value, which would be nothing but 0 plus 100 would be 100. So 100 plus this 100 would be 200. Now 200 plus 0 would be 0, 0 plus 0 would be 0, minus 100. Okay, so we have minus 100. Okay, so 0 plus 200. Okay, so yeah, okay, let's start from the beginning. See, I'll calculate the prefix sum. So this would be 0, this would be 100, 100 plus this value would be 200, 200 plus 0 would be 200. Here also we would be having 200, 200 minus 100 would be 100, and then 100 minus 100 would be 0, and then 0. So I guess this was the initial array that we were getting with the naive approach. And as we can see that clearly that the maximum element that we are having, maximum value that we are having is 200. Let's check whether the answer is correct or not. Okay, yeah, and the final array is 100, 200, 200, 200, and 100. So I guess 100, 200, 200, 200. Yeah, so this is the final array that we are getting. So I guess the approach is pretty much clear. Okay, so let's revise this approach once again, and what exactly I'm doing is I'm doing nothing. Let's say we have one more query. Okay, so let's start from the beginning of this query so that the algorithm which I would be writing down would be clarified. So what I'm doing is I am taking the first taking a and putting k value in the current element, current array at index a. At index 1 I will be putting 100, and at index b plus 1 I will be putting negative value of k or minus k. So b of 2 plus 1 is 3, so I will be putting minus 100 over here. And same thing we are going to do for this also. Okay, for 2 5 and for 3 4 also, and the resulting arrow would be this. Okay, so let's do it for 2. So for 200, 5 we don't have to do. For 6 we have to do minus 100. For 3 4 again 100. We won't do anything in 4, we will do everything in minus 100. Alright, so this is what we are having as of now. So this would be 100, 100, 0, minus 100, minus 100. So if we calculate the prefix sum array, this would be the array, and the maximum value that we are getting is this, and we are going to do this in O of n time. Okay, so I guess this is more, or we are doing this in O of 1 time, the range update that we are doing, and this is happening in O of 1 time. So the time complexity is O of 1, I mean O of 1 into O of n, which would be nothing but O of n. Yeah, so I guess the solution is pretty much clear. Let's go ahead and code this down. Okay, so this is the, okay, so I need to put everything in this. Okay, so first I need to declare an array of size n plus 2. This is so that this, why I'm doing this, because I am starting my indexing from 1, and I would be running up till less than equal to n. Okay, so this is good. I need the length of the queries. So the length of the queries would be int m, and that would be queries dot length. This gives me the number of rows in the queries. Okay, so I need to go through all the queries, which would be m minus minus greater than 0, and then I need a. So a would be int a is equal to queries of what? Where is that? This is 0 0 0 1 and 0 2. So 0, which is I, 0. So 0 0. Okay, int a, b, and then we have k. So a, this is b, this is k. So a is 0 1 0, I 0, I 1, and this is I 2 for every ith query. Alright, and now we are going to do is at the ith position in array. So ar of a, like this is what I am doing here. This array, this is array. At array of a I am putting k, and at array b plus 1 I would be putting minus 1. I would not be putting, but array a is equal to array a plus this value. Okay, array a plus equal to k, and array b plus 1 plus equal to k. Cool, we are done, and then we need to update this I plus plus. I guess it's correct over here. I plus plus is good. Okay, so we do not need to add, rather we need to subtract over here, because we need to put minus k over there. Alright, so a array b plus 1 is equal to array b plus 1 minus of k. So I updated all the range values. Now I simply need to calculate the prefix sum, which I would be doing in array a itself. Alright, and this I would be running from I equal to 1 up until I less than equal to n I plus plus. For this reason we took the array size n plus 2, and indexing starts from 1. And then what we are going to do is, let's take a variable int maximum. Okay, let's take it to be max. Int max is equal to 0. No, it will be array 0. Okay, we have to take it, we can take it smaller one. Yeah, so now we need to calculate array I is equal to array I plus array I minus 1. This is the prefix sum algorithm, and then we need to store the calculate the maximum value. So max is equal to math dot max and array I, and then we will finally return max. Yeah, so I guess we put it to this max m, because we have math.max also. That won't be a problem in that case. So let's try and run this and see. Okay, here would be a problem because I haven't. Okay, so I will again reinitialize. I guess that was a problem. Return max, yeah, and this has to be max m. So run this code and check. Okay, all the sample cases have passed. Let's check it. Okay, so let's go and check for the corner cases as well. Okay, so we can clearly see k is 10 to the power 9, which is out of range of int, so we have to do long everywhere, because int is less than equal to 10 to the power of 6. So this is there, this is there, this should be long k. Yeah, this is good, this is good, this should be again max, and this should be long. So I guess we are good to go now. Yeah, it's there. Let's check for the final answer. Yeah, so we have solved this. So see, the most important thing in this problem is to understand what concept we are using, which is prefix sum algorithm, and the reason for doing all the operation of adding the index at adding the value at a, at array a k, and at array b plus 1 minus k, was to make sure we can use prefix sum algorithm to get the maximum value. Okay, so I guess the answer is very much clear. And so guys, thank you for watching, and please do like and subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more updates. Thank you for watching.